In the world of hip-hop, a stage name can be a badge of honor, a moniker that embodies an artist's persona. But for Carlton Weekly, better known as FBG Duck, his stage name would become a headline in one of the most gripping murder trials in recent memory. Our story begins on a fateful day in August 2020. FBG Duck, an influential figure in the drill rap scene, was shopping on Oak Street, the heart of Chicago's Gold Coast neighborhood. Unbeknownst to him, his presence had been noted, and a group of men were on their way from Parkway Gardens. Their mission? To ensure Duck did not leave Oak Street alive. The shooting that unfolded outside a luxury clothing store was not a random act of violence, but the tragic climax of a long-standing gang conflict. Duck's faction, the STL, part of the Gangster Disciples, had been embroiled in a bitter feud with the O Block faction of the Black Disciples. The murder of FBG Duck became a catalyst for a federal investigation. 6 members and associates of the O Block faction were charged with the murder. The trial that ensued lasted 2 months and involved testimony from over 30 witnesses. The defendants stood accused of murder in aid of racketeering and conspiring to kill Duck. Some also faced charges of using a firearm during the murder. The prosecution painted a picture of a gang war fueled by personal and violent taunts exchanged on social media and in music videos. FBG Duck's own music, including a song mocking the deaths of O Block members, was cited as part of this deadly discourse. The defense, however, argued the lack of forensic evidence and criticized the identification made from surveillance footage. They questioned the credibility of prosecution witnesses, attempting to sow doubt in the minds of the jury. After 16 hours of deliberation over 3 days, the jury returned with their verdict. All 6 defendants were found guilty of the charges against them. The murder of FBG Duck, it seemed, would not go unpunished. The implications of this verdict are far-reaching. It sends a clear message to all factions involved in this gang war. Violence, especially when it results in loss of life, will not be tolerated. The sentencing hearings are expected to take place in August and September, with all defendants facing mandatory life sentences. But for fans of FBG Duck and for the hip-hop community at large, the verdict brings a bitter sense of closure. A talented artist's life was cut short. His music, once a source of entertainment and expression, became a focal point in a murder trial. As we reflect on the events that unfolded from the day of the shooting to the verdict, we must also consider the wider context in which these events took place. The tragic tale of FBG Duck is a stark reminder of the real-life consequences of the violent narratives sometimes glorified in music and social media. Let this be a lesson to us all.